without putting welcome back to the channel is what I meant to say. My last video I explained in an effort to put more content more consistently, I will be using my driving time. So the time I get up, which was actually late this morning, I got up at 6:02. I'm supposed to be up at 5 o'clock. And that's what this live stream is going to be about. I got up at 6, and the only time, and this isn't always granted, that I get free time driving, because usually I'm answering calls, returning calls, scheduling, I'm doing things while I'm driving. And as y'all know, tonight is my live stream. So I almost didn't even want to do this, but I want to commit to putting out more content. Sometimes, as of late, these are the only opportunities I get to shoot a little something real quick. And rather than shoot a video and have to post and edit, I figure I'll just jump on a live. And if anybody, any member of my community is in, well, we get to talk a minute. Either the beginning, the middle, or at the end of my day when I'm commuting. So, yeah, I woke up late this morning, and I'm telling you, that feeling when you don't hit that target, when you miss that goal, when it sucks. I hate being late. I hate waking up late. I do not like not being able to follow through with what I say I'm going to do. And it hasn't always been like that. At one point in my life, many years ago, I really didn't give a shit. It was a lot of empty promises, a lot of say what I have to say, and if I follow through, I do. If I don't, I don't. And I think that's just part of growing up and part of the maturing process. I wasn't really taught that growing up. The importance of keeping your word. And this is another highly favorable characteristic in a masculine presence, in a masculine man, is follow through. Say you're going to do something, do it. Whether it's your wife, your kids, the client, anything, anywhere, any area in your life, when you make a commitment to do it, see it through. And what happens is, when you get into the habit of agreeing to something or making promises and not keeping them, and not suffering consequences for that, what's going to happen under the surface is people are just not going to take you seriously. And this is, of course, habitual. If you're known as the guy and say, hey, I'll call you back, and you never call people back, that's empty to me. That's what makes me think is, wait a minute. You answer the phone, tell me you're busy, or you shoot a text, I'll call you back, and you don't call back. Like, you can't keep that. You can't keep your word on something as menial as a return phone call. And I'm supposed to trust you with something more than that, in a different life situation, in a different situation. And that's what happens over time, is a collective of these little broken promises, appointments not kept, calls not being returned, where that becomes the default idea of that person. It's like, you say, I'll call you back, and the first thing you think is, yeah, right, I'll never hear from them again. They're not going to call me back. Or, hey, I'll meet you here at this place at this time, and not show up. I mean, in large part, that is feminine behavior. And it is. Some people may not like to hear that, but that's the truth. Think about how many times you set a date with the girlfriend, with the wife, or I have reservations at 7, be ready at 6:30. Get there, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. To me, not following through with what you tell somebody you're going to do is an absolute form of disrespect, blatant disrespect for somebody else's time and energy and presence. I value my time. My time is extremely valuable to me. And I know this is cliche, but cliches are cliches for a reason. Your time is your most valuable asset. It's the one thing that once you give it away, you'll never get it back. I can loan you $10. And if you don't pay me back, well, of course I'm not going to like that, but I can make $10. If you borrow my lawnmower, I can get another lawnmower. I know that's not the point I'm trying to make here, but this is an example. Time you'll never get back, ever. And this is why I also encourage men to find trustworthy people to be around. Like-minded, driven, ambitious men who are seeking, bigger and better things in life. Not just watching life pass them by. Because if somebody's doing that to their own lives, if they just, fly by the seat of their pants and have nothing big that they're working towards, then that tells me they don't even give a shit about themselves, much less about you and your time and me and my time. But, in the event, there's going to be days when things don't go perfect, when you're not able to hit that mark. And especially in the beginning of a day, when you have plans to be up and about and moving in somewhere, and you have that early morning wake up where starting your day off like that is just fucked. That is nerve-wracking to me. I don't know how people do it consistently and habitually. But that would literally drive me nuts, insane, if I just kept doing that to myself over and over again. And so, there are times when you're like, hey, I missed this one. I'm not going to let it drag on with me for the rest of the day. I'll correct it in the morning. I have no more time and attention to give to this mistake. I've got to take the next step of the day. That doesn't mean you have to demolish your whole day and be in a shitty state of mind, sulking and regretful all day long. It just means you got to do better with the next opportunity. My next opportunity, hopefully, will be to wake up tomorrow morning, and I'll be up at 5. But today it is not over. I have a very long day ahead of me. A long day. I got my live stream tonight. I have to work for hours. I got things to do in between work and the live stream. I got to hit the gym. So I have a whole day ahead of me. I can't afford to be obsessing over missing the mark this morning. And that's what I want to convey to you guys, that there's going to be days like that. You're not going to be able to be 100% of the time. There will be deviations. But to be able to gracefully recover from that. And this applies even in breakups and stuff. And how, that breakup is stretched by our own beating our own selves up about woulda, coulda, shoulda, and if I would have said this, if I'd have done this when I had this opportunity. And so you see my point. It does no good. It's a waste of time. Identify where the mistake was made. Understand what you could have done better. And do it with the next opportunity, because there will be other opportunities. And if you spend all the time in regret and shame and guilt about it, you're never going to be in a state of mind to correct it. As they say, you can't solve a problem in the same space it was created in. And that could mean physically, a mental headspace, emotional, space. It has to be that problem solving, that solution oriented thinking has to be instituted as soon as possible to move on and carry on. I have a long day ahead of me, so I'm not going to dwell on it. It's leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but I'm going to figuratively rinse and pick back up where I need to and move on today. I still have a lot to do, a lot of productive potential for the day, so I'm going to sit there, and that's it. And it's great being up in the morning. Thank y'all for dropping in. Whoever dropped in, I didn't get to see. And I will see y'all tonight at 7:45 p.m. for Q&A. Oh, and next week I got a great guest. Y'all gonna love this guy. It's I'm gonna keep it low key from now. You'll see when I put the advertisement up for next week. It's the live stream. And with that, everybody have a great day. If your day didn't start as planned, start over. It's never too late to just start over. You know, there's always an opportunity to make the best of the day. And I wish y'all all the best. And have a great day. See y'all on the next one.